Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this video we are looking at the event exclusive, not quite San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z exclusives. Now these guys are... they're not technically SDCC exclusives because the packaging just says event exclusive, but the only way to get them so far is to be at San Diego Comic-Con. And how you get them is you have to go to, obviously you have to be at Comic-Con, and you have to have an active current badge to get in, but you have to go to the Marriott Marquis San Diego Marina Terrace. That's where you get your purchase ticket. So you have to go get your ticket from that location. Then you have to go to the Tamashii Nations booth, which is number 3329, at whatever time is designated on that ticket, and that's how you buy the figures. That's it. It gives you a time. That way there's not just a million people in line, and you go buy your figures at that time slot. Okay, so make sure you go at that time slot, because each day at 4 o'clock, anything left over is just going to be put up for sale in like a regular traditional line type of deal. Except for Sunday, that's going to be 1 o'clock. So it's really simple. It sounds like it's complex. You just go get your ticket at the Marriott Marquis Terrace. Then you go back to the booth 3329 to buy your figures. And it should be as simple as that. Now, like I said, right now, Comic-Con exclusive. But technically the packages still say event exclusive like they have for the last few years, so it's possible they show up later on, but so far there's no information out that I've been made aware of about buying them online at PB or anything like that. Now, obviously, I did get these directly from the manufacturer. They sent me these as review samples. I asked them for them. They said, sure, you can have them. I don't have to say anything that I don't want to say. Obviously, I wouldn't do that. The only thing I had to tell you was how to buy them so far, and that's why we're doing this preview video, so that you can decide if you want to go buy them, if you're going to be there, if you want to go through all that, or if you don't. Obviously, that's up to you, but now you're going to know generally what they are. I'm going to show you each figure kind of in a cursory way, and then we'll do the actual reviews in the subsequent days coming up. Okay, so I want to start off by saying these figures are gorgeous. These are what all of the Dragon Ball figures should look like. These have some super nice paint jobs. We're gonna go ahead and start with the Android, my favorite, number 16. And this guy is just, oh, look at that. It's a matte finish all the way around. It's so good looking. I love this. It's got the slightly different color scheme, and I'm not gonna do all the comparisons and everything now. I'm just gonna give you a quick look. There's a lot to talk about for each of these, so we'll do individual reviews, but this will give you the idea. There's shading everywhere. It's a nice matte finish, everywhere on the green at least. It looks so nice. I love the green armor. This is a return to form for Bandai Japan. This is so well done. His face is painted incredibly well. The hair has shading in it. The armor looks extra. Oh my goodness, the matte finish makes such a difference, guys. I've been talking about it in my reviews lately, how a lot of the figures have been real shiny. This is how it's supposed to look. And then that slight, super subtle shading is all it needs to bring it to life. Absolutely gorgeous. And as far as accessories go, he does get the 4 faces or 4 heads, the 2 different hairs. Well, I guess the 1 hair is for the broken head. And then the total of 4 hands with the removable gauntlets. So very, very, very pleased with that paint job. I love it. And now here we have Majin Buu. Of course, we have to talk about Buu. Some people love him, some people hate him. We can do a quick question of the day. Are you a fan of Majin Buu? Any form, you can pick the form, I don't care. Or are you not? Actually, let's split it up. Are you a fan of any of the evil forms, or are you a fan of the good form? Or both, or neither, you can let me know. I personally hated him when I first saw the series, but then I started to like him. So this guy, not as noticeably different from memory, but we do have the very glossy gloves, which I think look fantastic. We have the satin vest with the gold trim on there. Lots of paintwork throughout, lots of shading. His diaper pants are shaded very nicely, and we have the glossy yellow boots as well. Super subtle shading throughout the cape. It looks fantastic. And then it is an all matte finish again, other than the metallics, the purposeful gloss, and the satin. So that really brings the figure to life. This thing looks incredible, and I'll do the in-depth comparative review in the individual review. Not going to pull out all the figures for this one video, but these guys are just looking wonderful. And so that's great. And like I said, I don't have to say anything. I can tell you they all look like crap. Obviously, I wouldn't get review samples again, but I already run that risk all the time. So thanks to them for sending these things. You know, they don't have to. I have been honest in all of my reviews, but these guys do look great. And maybe they were just super happy to get them out there because these are painted wonderfully. The paints make such a difference. So I have a big comment about the paints in just a second, but first let's talk about Buu's accessories. We have the 3 heads, the chocolate, and then a total of 6 hands. You can see all that right there. And now, speaking of paint, Shenron, a very contentious topic because this figure is more like a posable statue that's not really posable. And there was a lot of people who really liked the original release, and there were a lot of people who did not like the release. I'm gonna not move him because it's a pain in the butt, but you can see everything you need to see right here because it's just a repaint, like entirely repainted, like so much paint. He's so metallic. It looks fantastic. The paints are a little bit cleaner before too. The red line work going around, much cleaner than the first release, or at least the one I got. There's a couple hiccups along the one segment. I'll show you that in the individual review. But this metallic green is, oh, it looks so good. I don't know if it looks as good in camera as it does in real life, but it looks wonderful. And the slightly metallic underbelly, I guess the yellow you'd call it, that looks really, really good. The face looks, it's super clean. It still suffers from every problem the original release had other than paint because it is still very finicky. You have to have this big stand to hold him, and it's not really posable in any useful way. But if you're into Shenron, I'm just going to put it that way, if you're into Shenron, or if you're into getting a new one for whatever reason, this is gorgeous. The metallic paint is wonderful. Looks so nice. You have the different greens between the fins and the main green. Face is great. Love it. Love the metallic paint. Still suffers from all the problems, just putting that out there. Okay, now we have the one that's contentious for a different reason. Usually we get repaints for Comic-Con exclusives or slight variants. This time we get Super Saiyan 2 Goku, and I know a lot of people are freaking out over that. Like I said, I don't know anything about any future releases, but it specifically doesn't say SDCC exclusive. No Comic-Con exclusive on the packaging. So there's a good chance, in my opinion, that you will be able to attain this in some other way. Or a slight repaint will be made or something like that, that this is not, there's no way they're going to make all this new tooling and then not reuse it, in my opinion. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at Goku. We're going to pull him out of his little blast effect thingy, energy effect, aura effect. We'll look at him first. So the halo does come out. It pegs in all the way back here, which I think is nice. That way, if you want to take it out, you don't see any peg holes in normal posing, so that's cool. And this is mostly old stuff, but it does have, obviously, the new chest and faceplates and things, and the hair is different. Now, let's do a second question of the day. I know some of you guys hate the metallic hair. Some of you guys hate the flat hair, and some of you guys hate the transparent hair. Which camp do you fall in? For me, my preferences go flat paint with shading, metallic paint with shading, then transparent. I don't care for the transparent look at all. This is done nicely. There is shading throughout. It is metallic. It's not super glossy, which is the way I like it. If you're going to do metallic hair, I don't want it glossy. I like a satin finish, which this looks nice. You guys can tell me how you feel. I do prefer the flat. I think it looks more like the animation, or flat non-metallic paint, but this does look good. If they're gonna do it metallic, this is the way to do it. What was it, Super Saiyan 3 also had metallic and it looked nice, so that's fine. This guy does have shading throughout all of the orange, and it's very nicely done, not like the more recent release of the yellow-haired Goku that had the strange shading. Like I said, this is a return to form in terms of paint jobs. It looks very, very nice. It's well painted, it's not plasticky. The only plasticky bits are these hard plastic bits in here and in here, but they're a good color, so it's not a problem. He's not glossy. He's nice matte finish basically throughout, and that makes the hair pop a whole lot. Just like with Majin Buu, we had the satin, the matte, and the gloss. Wonderful. Android 16, he's got a little bit of like a satiny finish on his torso, but then the rest, these guys are how you want your paint jobs to be done. Very, very nicely done. And so I like that, and you guys can let me know how you feel about the hair. I think it looks good. I like it. Okay, so we're going to set him aside real quick, and we're going to talk about this piece right here, because this is a whole new aura effect, which is so much better looking than the previous ones. And on top of the aura effect itself looking great, you don't have to have these blue things connected, so I sense that most people are going to steal this and use it for other figures, or keep the blue, you know, it's up to you, but these connect with little ball pegs, and they're basically just clear plastic with blue shading, so they have a really nice effect to them. And then the aura itself has like a pearly, kind of a white, and then it has the yellow, and the yellow is very properly placed, not like that Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku one that I had recently that didn't have the clean paint job on this. This one does have it, and this is just such a much nicer looking aura effect in my opinion. I like it a whole bunch, so I'm thrilled that it's not just a repaint of those same ones we've already gotten. So that's pretty cool. And then of course, as far as accessories go, other than the halo, did I call it a crown earlier? I don't know. Other than the halo, we do have the 4 faceplates. 2 of them are fantastic, 2 of them are just average, I think, but the yelling head and like the kind of surprised look, I love them. They're so good. So you get a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hands, so lots of accessories. These are possibly, I'm trying to think back, this is one of the best SDCC / event exclusive batches of figures we've had in many years, I think. This is in a lot of ways, like I said, a return to form. The paints are great on these. I think it's a good character selection. I know a lot of people wanted 16 and Buu. Hard to find those nowadays at a reasonable price. If you're at Comic-Con, you can definitely get these at a reasonable price, and if you're patient, you might be able to do something online. But even if you can't, if you want to just shell out the cash for the new versions, oh my goodness, this one in particular is just gorgeous. Buu looks really good. Shenron, if you want a Shenron, that's the one to get. And obviously Super Saiyan 2 Goku, you can't go wrong with that. I personally really like these figures. I've mentioned a few of the squabbles I have with them, but we're going to get into them in depth in the reviews in the next couple of days. So make sure you come back for all of that, but at least now you guys have seen these. You know how to get them if you're going to be in the San Diego area and have a badge. And now my job is done. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe. I will be uploading these reviews in the next couple of days, and I have thousands and thousands of reviews already on the channel, including every other SH Figuarts Dragon Ball review other than Kefla so far. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.